In today's video, I'll be testing out the newest life hacks posted on Buzzfeed to find out how well they really work, along with a few older ones that it looks like they just threw in with the new list, including how to peel potatoes with a toilet brush, apple peeling with a power drill, the best way to skin a mango, and several others, plus more things you guys dare me to do in the comment section. So if you find anything I'm doing in this video useful, or if you just enjoy what you're watching, make sure to give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. So for this first life hack from Buzzfeed, it was something that I thought was definitely pretty crazy looking. And they were saying to take a toilet brush, hook it up to a power drill, and use that to skin your potatoes. It came with a gift that was pretty convincing, but I want to find out exactly how well this works. Now, although this definitely does seem like a very redneck way to do it, but if it does work, it's definitely worth all of this because peeling potatoes is probably like the most annoying chore you can do in the kitchen. It was kind of difficult finding a brush that would actually have something that a drill could clamp onto. I definitely didn't want to make some sort of custom thing just for this. If you have to put in a lot of work behind your life hack, it's not much of a life hack. But according to the gift, it looked pretty simple. You just need a bucket with some water in it, and you just add in several potatoes. I don't want to add in too many, but they did suggest that this is a life hack for peeling lots of potatoes. And they also made the claim that this would work pretty quickly. Okay, I don't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting that though, holy sh. It started to become abundantly clear that I needed to give this a little bit more room, so I just backed it up a little bit and we'll continue on. Well, other than flooding my apartment, this isn't working out very well. It just keeps on falling out. Okay, need to rethink this a little bit. Maybe figure out a better way to connect this to my drill. But I think it can work. Okay, so really, I think I was just kind of having a problem with how this connected to the drill. I put the extension back on it, and I'm just gonna give it a shot and we'll see what happens. You know, I gotta say, that is probably the most redneck way ever to peel a potato, but it works, you know? I mean, that is like the perfect amount of skin that you want to leave on a potato after you've peeled it, in my opinion. I think that that's pretty good though. One thing, you definitely do want to go outside if you're going to do this because, as you can imagine, my apartment is now basically covered in potato water. But it actually does work pretty good. I don't know how long it would have taken me to peel these by hand, but I'm sure I would have still been doing it. And although this is probably the most redneck way ever to peel a potato, it also might be the best. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. For this next life hack, what I'm going to be doing is using dental floss to cut a muffin. They suggest using cakes, but I actually think that a muffin is even more crumbly, therefore making it more difficult, but we'll see. Either way, I was kind of hungry, so I wanted to do this life hack now. And it just splits apart on its own after that. That's pretty awesome. Perfect cut, right down the middle. Well, I thought that was pretty easy and it worked. So that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. For the next life hack, I'm going to be using this drill, but in order to do that, I have to get this thing open first, which is a blister pack containing my drill bits. So I decided to try out another life hack while we're doing that. And according to Buzzfeed, using a can opener is a great way to get open these blister packs, so we're going to put that to the test now. That time it didn't work, it just kind of crinkled it. It's not open. Okay, I don't know if maybe I just have a funky can opener, if I'm doing it wrong, but it just kind of like messes up the corner. It doesn't actually open it. So I'm gonna show you a trick that I usually do whenever I'm opening these blister packs. I just take the opening that's usually right there where they hang the product, wedge my finger into it like that, and rip it open. That was easy. It might not work with all blister packs because it has to have that opening right there. I don't know. I've even opened these without that. It all depends on your hand strength, I guess. The can opener thing didn't really work for me. So for this next life hack, I needed drill bits like I said. So what I'm gonna be doing is putting a drill bit through this apple and spinning it around with the drill. Meanwhile, I'll be holding this carrot peeler up to it, and hopefully that'll be a good way to take the peel off of the apple. That's what they suggested in the life hack. Seems pretty complicated, but we're gonna give it a shot. It's kind of similar to peeling potatoes. Nobody wants that job, and if you have to peel a bunch of these, you're probably gonna be looking for a pretty good way. So I figured we'd give this a shot and see how it works. I'm gonna be using a kind of bigger drill bit. Hopefully that works all the same. I'm just gonna drill it right through the top of the center. It's working! Yeah! It worked! That's pretty awesome. It definitely reminds me of the corn drill challenge. All right, let's try this out. The thing is, you need kind of a round apple, otherwise it doesn't spin evenly. All right, let's try this thing. Hopefully I don't drill into my table here, but I might. That's pretty awesome. That is a super quick way to peel an apple. All right, now just because we have this here, I'm gonna have to try the apple drill challenge. So I'm thinking the best way to do it is actually to just go super fast rather than going slow into it. Hell yes. Well, it's not a great way to get this job done because again, stuff goes everywhere. Now you need to come up with a life hack on how to clean your apartment of all these apple peels everywhere. But it does work to varying degrees and it was a lot of fun, so I kind of liked it. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. For this next life hack, what we're gonna be doing is peeling a mango using an ordinary glass. Now, I'm not a big mango eater, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna cut it right down the center. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's my half a mango right here. Now apparently all you have to do is just kind of run it along the side of the glass and it will completely de-skin it. So let's try that. It's working! That worked pretty well. I should start eating mango more often. Okay, but I think that the goal is actually to just kind of run it along the side and then have the mango part plop into there. So let's try that. Boom! Haha! That's pretty awesome. That was definitely the easiest way to do that I could think of. Although the skin was pretty loose, it made it pretty easy. So I think other methods would work fine too, but this is also a good way to just keep all the juices in the glass while you're peeling it, rather than having it go everywhere. I mean, it did make a little bit of a mess, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. Guess now I've got some mango to eat. I've got a lot of stuff to eat now. Apples, muffins, mangoes. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. So the people at Buzzfeed are saying that if you take cherry tomatoes and you put them between two plates, it makes it really easy to cut them in half, which I think is pretty cool. I'm a little bit skeptical about how well this is gonna work. I have a feeling I might just end up smushing all the tomatoes, but we're gonna give it a shot. Look at that, absolutely perfect. That definitely exceeded my expectations. That's awesome that worked that well. I definitely thought that I was gonna end up smushing all of these things. Some of these life hacks work out a lot better than expected. It's usually the ones that are less complicated. The more stuff there is to go wrong, the more stuff will go wrong. But this one definitely passed with flying colors. It was really, really easy and all the tomatoes came out absolutely perfect. Doing this any other way would have probably taken a lot longer. And that being said, we're on to the next life hack. And I'm always up for a good challenge, so make sure to leave me your dares in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe if you've yet to have done that. Make sure to bell me for notifications if you at all want to see my videos. And that being said, I'll be seeing you guys in just a few days with a new video. All right, thanks guys, bye.